Sixth graders, we're going to go through some examples from lesson 4.5 on converting fractions to decimals and decimals to percent form and then back. Alright, you're going to have to do this for a quiz on Friday, so let's practice these from your worksheet. Number 2. We did number 1 together in class. We got 18/25, which is the same as 72 hundredths and 72%. Number 3 we also did in class. Let's go back to number 2. You're given this decimal, 0.34. The two numbers that are behind the decimal point give you the percentage, don't they? Because we convert it to a percent by moving the decimal place to the right. So, these two places are always the percentage. Sometimes it'll include the number right here. Okay? But let's convert this. What would this be? What percent?
Oh, percent?
Yeah, 34%. You have to write the percent sign to show that it is percent. Now, how do we write 34 hundredths as a fraction? 34. Roy?
34. Write it as a fraction. 34 hundredths.
As a fraction.
As a fraction, yeah. 34 hundredths.
Over
100.
Over 100 because it's 34 hundredths. Yep. Now we have to write it in lowest terms. They're both even, aren't they? We can divide them both by what number? 2. What's half of 34? 17. What's half of 100?
17.
So it's 17/50. 17/50 is equal to 34 hundredths, which is equal to 34%. Okay? The next one. Starting with 81%. Well, if these two numbers give us the percentage, then what is this as a decimal? Move the decimal point 2 places to the left, or divide it by 100 to get the decimal form. Nate?
0 and 81 hundredths.
Good, 0 and 81 hundredths. Then write it as a fraction. Abby? 81 hundredths. And reduce it. Can you reduce it? No, you can't. Just 81 hundredths. I tried to fool you. Is 81 divisible by 3?
Yes.
Is it divisible by 9?
Yes.
Is it divisible by 27?
Yes.
Yes, it is. Are any of those?
No.
Do any of those go into 100? No. No, not evenly, right, Ariana? Good. So this is 81 hundredths. Number 5. Number 5. We're starting with the decimal, 0.12. 12 hundredths. What is that as a percent? Bryce? 12%. What is that as a fraction? Tyler? 12 over 100. Reduced to
6/50.
6/50. Reduced to 3/25. Good. We just kept cutting it in half. That's a great way to do that. If it's divisible by 2, cut it in half. If it's divisible by 2 again, cut it in half. might be divisible by 3, then you have to divide them by 3, right? Or 5, or some of the other ones that we worked on with the rules. What if there's a number in front of the decimal point? What if this was a 1? What would the percent be? Jen? Instead of 12%, it would be good, 112%. It's over 100%. Can you have something over 100%?
Yes.
Of course. Yeah. That just means that it is more than double. If something has grown by over 100%, let's say that you started with 10, and you add 100%. What's 100% of 10? 10, right? So if we add 100%, we're adding 10. What if we added over 100%? What would we add? What is the number that would be over 100% of 10? 12. 12 would be over 100% of 10.
4,926.
Any number that's bigger than 10, right? Right. So we can have a number that's over 100%. It just means more than what we started with if something is growing by that much. Okay? Let's see, how about number 7? In number 7, we're going to talk about those. We're starting with 3/10. What would 3/10 be as a decimal? Alex.
0.3.
Yeah, 3/10. Well, there's only one place then. How can we get this into a percent? Well, we said that the two places give us the percentage. Ethan? Right. Yeah, when we move the decimal point, look, we move the decimal place 2 places to the right to change it to percentage. Or we multiply it by 100. That's what moving the decimal place does. Well, we have to fill this place then with what, Lizzie? A 0. So this is 30%, isn't it? Good. Oh, what if we have 5%? How would we change 5% to a decimal? Now there's only one place. So is this 0.5? What would 0.5 be? What percent? That would be 50%. So it can't be 0.5. Cool?
5/100.
5/100, right. When you move the decimal place, again, you have to fill this spot with a 0. So it's 5/100. What is that as a fraction? Zoe? How would we write 5/100 as a fraction? Good. 5/100. Then reduce it to, what can we divide both of these numbers by? By 5. 5 divided by 5 is? And 100 divided by 5 is? 20. Yep. So it's 1/20. Okay? Any questions on this? I think you get this. I want you to practice by finishing the back side of this worksheet for tomorrow. And then you'll have a quiz on Friday.